after being named NFL's top interior defensive lineman in 2024, Chris Jones has slipped in ESPN's 2025 top 10 rankings, with Dexter Lawrence taking over the top spot. In the article that Jeremy Fowler wrote, one anonymous veteran coach told Jeremy Fowler, quote, "Best D tackles in the league take over the run and pass. And there were moments where you didn't notice Jones much. The best at that position crashed the game no matter what." So my question to you, JD, is this a sign of real decline, or is just Jones being unfairly labeled as he ages?
You know what? I've heard this argument before. Okay. I heard this argument from, former players that kind of watch Chris Jones. And they say, and I've always debated this because I don't believe it whatsoever. It doesn't hold water to me. And I'm like, look, let you get double and triple team all game and see how you flow. See how that'll wear you down. Okay. And I'm talking about year after year after year after year after year. Right, Marcus? That's what's been happening. So if on the run game, you might say he's not giving his all. Well, shit, the man just got finished benching and going through 800 pounds of a man. That's what he's doing. So you could say that, but what Chris can do, he can anchor, he can hold up, let other guys come in and get the tackle. Because really, that's what our defense is. We're a bend and don't break at the line of scrimmage. Hey, hold the guys up so our linebackers can flow. Chris does a good job of that. Now, there's times he gives up lanes, right? I see this in games. And it could be fatigue. It could. But when Chris puts his head to it to stop a play, you're not stopping it. Just not. So to say that Chris is just a one-dimensional player is just absolutely is ridiculous to make that statement. It is. Because he is so much of a game changer on the defensive line that, he don't have to come in and stop the run. His presence alone is going to take two guys out of there just to try to block him. And I guarantee the guard and the center and everybody, hey, man, I need help on this play. I got Chris. You best believe they know when 95 is lined up in front of them. They know that. So them jokers' knees are shaking before they get up there because they're like, oh, shoot. What is he going to put on me now? So, it's just what it is. But Chris has been a dominant force at defensive tackle. Since he's been here. He has. And definitely if not the best, one of the best for the past 5 years. So, hey, man, you can call it what you want to. You can say he's one-dimensional, all that. I call him dominant. That's what he is. And somebody else, he's a beast because he is. Okay? He is that guy. All right? So, the thing is, man, you just can't, sit there and, well, he's one-dimensional. I wouldn't know context. Really? Okay. All right. Well, you keep believing it. Let him keep punching you in the mouth because it sounds like you're a little salty because he's probably been killing you jokers, and throwing you on the backfield every time that, he had a chance and opportunity. That's why you won't do it. A little hate sound like it to me, Marcus. So.
Yeah, it was probably one of the worst takes I've seen from when I see the anonymous coach stuff. That was pretty. I mean, you don't want. I hope this coach is watching football because you watch any game within the first 5 minutes of the opposing offense in there, you see Jones getting doubled right out the gate, and this has been going on for the last 5-6 years. So obviously he's doing something right to be double triple team and held every freaking play.
Man, held. That's what blatantly held. That's another thing. Like they literally don't call holding on the offense on Chris Jones. Like it doesn't exist, and it's so frustrating to watch because I'm sitting there like, oh man, he's getting held this play. He's getting held every play. And it's almost like the Shaq rule because he's so dominant. You're like, yo, like you don't call this. Like, hey, well, he's killing everybody out there. He's been doing it. Well, you can still call it because it's still the rule, right? That's still the rule, Marcus. And they just don't do it, man. I'm telling you, man, they had me standing up yelling at the TV. My wife's not here now. She knows because I'm sitting there like, no, look, they hold me. They always talk about that. Oh, it's frustrating to even think about, man. So, do you remember a couple of years ago people didn't want to pay Chris Jones? Remember that?
Hey, crazy. I still can't believe we even had that discussion. That we had people on the opposite side of that saying, "Oh no, you can't do it. You can't do it." Pay Snead, and what happened this year? Snead barely played this year. That same lingering injury he had, the knee injury, that still went with him to Tennessee.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Steve back boy too, man. Love Steve. Yeah. But hey, man, I was like, man, we gonna have a mistake. Because if Chris ain't over there to stop the pass, makes Steve's job a lot harder. So,
well, and also too, like to talk about him not being a two-dimensional and not being a one-dimensional defensive tackle. Come to think of it, I know we got dominated in the passing game in the Super Bowl, but everyone was saying Saquon Barkley was going to dominate the Chiefs. He didn't do anything in that game. That was his worst playoff game by far. And what are you saying? Chris is only a one-dimensional guy? Well, he's not. He's not a run stuffer because we had one of the best run defenses in the league this past year. So I don't understand that.
Thank you. Right. You don't have to be the penetrator all the time. Oh, he takes off on that. So, man's been worn down. We've been asking, like, oh, man, the guys beside him had to be the ones to come and step up to give their help, right? When they have one-on-ones, they need to eat. They need to dominate, So, shouldn't have to put everything on Chris's shoulder. Don't have to. Shouldn't have to. So, he got some help now. He got some good help with some guys. He had some help last year, too, to show, like, hey, well, look, we don't have to always look at that. This is a team sport, man. It's a team game. Shoot. So,
yeah, that's part of the reason why we've been begging the team to actually take considerable action on the defensive line to give him some help, because it's literally been him. And I know we brought in Menahu to play inside outside, and for his suspension and the injury, we haven't really had a full share of him. We'll finally have a full share of him this year. But when he came back 2 years ago and he actually did give Chris some help on the inside, we saw like, man, look, there's some actual juice on there. They can't just triple team him every time. So and now you have Lott, you have all these guys, you have Pinnell. It's gonna be interesting to see how teams play him, and when they do this list next year, they might have to make some adjustments there.
Yeah, Sasha said such a stupid clickbait take. I wouldn't even say it's clickbait because they truly believe that, Sasha. They truly do. Like I said, I've had conversations with guys, former players, like, oh yeah, man, he done really take us off on a lot of games. Look at him, check him out. I'm like, yo, man, like the guy's getting held every single play. He can't be 100% all the time. And yes, if something happens, you're going to look at him more than anything else because you're putting everything on his shoulders. What about the other guys around him? They got to do their job too. So yeah, Sasha, I think it a little clickbaity, but also too, that's what the people really believe. They ain't really saying it just to be saying it. I've heard, guys, players in the league say same thing about that. Pono said Spags needs to utilize Leo in more linebacker blitzes. That's where he ate him up at Wisconsin. Pono, I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%. We need to utilize Leo a little bit more than what we do. Hopefully that happens. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Greg Rose, how do you take advantage of a double team?
One thing you got to do is take a pal, make a pal. How do you take advantage of double team? Next thing you do is you see this thing here, you see this right here, this meat hook, this forearm. You take this sucker right here and you put it right up underneath there as much as you can. As soon as snapping the football, you take it and you mug that joker as far as you can back. All right. So you don't keep doing that anymore. That's what you do. Okay. You put all this on them. Put all this on them. You make them feel all of that right there. Okay. Couple little rib shot, little gut punches. That's what you do. That's how you take advantage of that double team. You sit there and make sure that double team's not going up to your linebacker to cut him off. So, you make sure they pay for it each and every time. You beat them up before they beat you. So you almost, Chris Jones, I can see him over there like on the time. Come on, bring it on to me. Come on, baby, bring it. This thing over is crazy. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I mean, it also too is like to dog the guy and say he's the one that one-dimensional. It's like, well, why is he getting triple teamed then? Why do teams offensive game plans want to take him out of the game if he is a one-dimensional guy? He's getting triple teamed on every play, double teamed on every play. So if he was this one-dimensional dude, then teams wouldn't have to take him out of the game by holding him and bear hugging him with two dudes.
Yeah, right. We'll just keep running straight at him if you know he's going to be taking plays off.
Right.
Chris Jones is not going on this play. Go ahead and run straight at him. Okay, try it. See what happens.
I mean, I've seen comments where people say, yeah, he comes out of the game a lot, and like with durability and stamina, maybe some conditioning, maybe something he needs to kind of work on a little bit. But like again, this guy is being weighed down by what you say, 800 pounds worth of dudes. I mean, anyone's gonna be gassed. Superman's gonna be gassed by that.
Marcus, he's doing the work of two men. He's doing the work of two men, 2 or 3. Remember in was it a playoff game or the Super Bowl? It was Super Bowl, and he said, "Man, I need this one play." Chris is over at gas, like, "All right, I'm gonna go back in. I got it." He's just like, let me just take a knee. Let me just get one breath, right, and go right back in there. So,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, so whoever that coach is, that anonymous coach, he probably has gotten his ass whooped a time or two by Chris Jones. That's sour grapes. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.